guys, what's up? It's Angel Jamie here. Okay, so I've been, I disappeared for a while and I decided I was going to make this vlog and everything. And, it just hit me Sunday. I was thinking and I was like, well, what is my next vlog going to be about? And I decided it's going to be about my story. Not many people know my story, and I think it's really big. It's really big to know that you can come up from nothing and have everything. And I just kind of want to go over my story and where I came from and where I'm going and how far I've come, so far. And just the fact that, if you set a goal and a serious one and you're serious about it, you're going to make it work. You'll do anything to make it work, and kind of where my life is going, where I see myself in the next year, in the next 5 years, It may seem crazy to think about, but we should have our goals like that set up. And, I was raised by a single mom. My dad was always in and out of prison. My mom was hooked on drugs really bad. I have 4 siblings, technically 5 if you want to count my little sister Emily, who is my mom's boyfriend's daughter, and she's into my life for 7 years, and I care for her just like I care for my little sister and my little brothers. And it's hard. When my little sister was born, I was 12 years old and basically became mom at 12. I was, babysitting constantly. My mom was running around, just doing stuff. It's not even really important. It's just the fact that, I've seen a lot that most people haven't, and I'm not going to let that get me down. There's a huge statistic that growing up in a home life like that you're going to end up like that. My mom, she decided to live off of SSI and off of child support, and that's not how I wanted my life. And, yeah, I followed her footsteps as far as being a young parent, but having Tyson save me. I wasn't doing good in school before I had him. I didn't really want to be in school. I was following the ratio and, the numbers of growing or being raised in a household like that. I'd run away, I'd party, I was getting drunk at 14 years old. It's crazy. It's something that most kids don't do, most 14-year-olds don't do, and I was going down that path. I made the decision to, marry the father of my son, and at 16 years old I dropped out of high school and I moved over 16 hours away from my family. When I found out I was pregnant, my mom, right before I could tell her, ended up getting into an accident under the influence of methamphetamine and alcohol. My little sister got brain damage from it. God was really watching out for them. They came out, my brothers came out with scratches, really minor scratches. My little sister got the worst of it. My mom got a broken neck. To me, it's crazy. The car flipped, I think, 2 or 3 times, and it's just not something you want to hear. And so my siblings now, they're, 2 of them are with each other, the other 2 are with each other, and my little sister Emily, she's out in Ohio somewhere. And it's just, for a while they were scattered, not together, and it just hurts to know. And that's one of my main, that's, besides Tyson, they're my main motivation, because they don't deserve to grow up the way I had to grow up. My little sister's about to be 9. This happened when she was 5. It's just crazy to think of life and how it is now, and to know that, your life can be gone in an instant. The people that meant the most to me, I didn't spend time with them because I was too busy worried about boys. And when I was worried about boys, I got pregnant. And it just all downward spiraled from there. But long story short, Tyson saved me. I owe him everything, not just because he's my son and I'm a mom, but, you know, I'm scared to think where I would be if it wasn't for him. I mean, I wouldn't be, you know, I ended up graduating, got my GED. I went to college for a year, just realized it wasn't for me, you know. Got introduced to network marketing and really found out that's what I want to do. Like, no matter what, that's what I want to make work. And it's just the craziest thing because, you know, I would probably be one of those kids that decided to choose party and overdose on something if it wasn't for him. And that's one of my biggest things is, you know, it's just crazy. And it's crazy to look where I've come in just a year. You know, last year, as a college dropout, you know, I was really fresh into my divorce, and I was working 3 jobs at once. That little time I did have off from my job, I was going and drinking and partying and, you know, just anything. Just, I hated life. Life was horrible. And there was a few times I'm really lucky I made it home. And that's what, you know, I believe so strong that I am meant to make a difference. I'm meant to share my story, and I shouldn't be ashamed of my story. You know, fast forwarding a year, I made a huge decision to move away from my son. Not anything because of him, but to better us, because it's going to help in the long run. You know, I made a huge sacrifice, but just I ended up moving up here Labor Day. So last Monday, I arrived in Murfreesboro at 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, I went and filled an application for Gold's Gym. Wednesday, I got called in for an interview. Thursday, I started. The pay increase from working at Gold's Gym to IHOP is mind-blowing. Not even the pay increase, the opportunity, and, you know, building my business here, I've opened my eyes. Like, I want to start competing. I want to compete in body competitions. I want to live not a healthy life as far as, you know, eating right, but just putting away the partying. And it's not bad, you know, but until I have something to celebrate, until, you know, I'm reunited with Tyson for good, it's like the last on my list. It's not even something I feel like doing anymore. A year ago, all I wanted to do was party. I wanted to take away the hurt. I wanted to do anything I could to numb the pain. And, you know, now I'm so focused and have a vision so clear of where I want to be. I want to be on stage by this time next year. I want to be on stage, and it doesn't have to be for business. It doesn't have to be for any of that. I want to be motivating. That's where I see all of this going. Is I'm not trying to get famous. I'm trying to make young people aware that, you know, you can come up from the absolute shittiest circumstances and situations, and you can make it big. And I plan to make it big, and I plan to give back a lot. I want to start taking, you know, monthly mission trips, if not monthly, every other month. I just want to give back because I know what it's like to have nothing, and I had nothing. I decided I made a really big move to move up to Tennessee with $50 in my gas tank. I don't regret it at all. I mean, I've been blessed in just the past week from living here that I know it's the right decision. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. That's not what I'm here to tell anybody, but it's definitely worth it. And just to look back and know that, you know, Tyson's going to see the hard work that I did to give us everything we have, but not even that, you know. It's just something that really weighs heavy on my heart, is to help. I wouldn't even call it troubled, because I wouldn't say I was troubled. I was hurt. I was a hurt teenager because of everything I had to witness at such a young age that you're not supposed to witness. It's not why we live life, is to witness bad stuff. It's to make a difference. It's to make a change, and that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to not going to make a change, I'm going to be the change. And I'm going to help as many people as I possibly can. And I mean, my vision is, it's so clear, and it's so clear how bad I want it. And you know, I don't see Tyson for a whole another month and a half, and that's crazy to me, because I went from being a stay-at-home mom to working my ass off and not working. I mean, I worked my ass off and I worked 3 jobs, but I had nothing to show for it because I was struggling so bad. And now, I mean, I'm working my ass off and I'm going to have everything to show for it. And I'm ready for that day to come. But until then, I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to hope that I touch, if not more than one person, but at least one person out there that I know one day is going to look back and is going to be sitting in the same position I am now because they wanted to make a change and they wanted to be the change. So I appreciate everybody for, you know, watching this and just taking time, because I know that, you know, my videos can be long, but it's the fact that it's something that means so much to me, and I just want it to work. Bye, y'all.